I definitely felt strong energy there. It's all of these things that when you ask and you're open to receive, you'll receive communication, you'll receive gentle nudges from people outside of you that are messengers along our path, reminding us to stay faithful, reminding us that there are great people out there, reminding us that we can feel safe again. That reminds me of what I put on the video on TikTok for Shelby. I literally put POV, point of view, you've healed your nervous system, something, something. And then I put a second point of view at the bottom. When you finally feel safe, to feel at peace and ease, something, something, because it was her just being so peaceful. And it's like, that's also what she's trying to teach me in this also. She's been used as a tool to teach me to remain calm, to remain in peace, to remain in ease, and to calm my nervous system, to trust that I have worked a lot on my nervous system. And I've worked a lot on my own self to learn, to know how to navigate what thoughts are serving me for my greatest good and what thoughts are not serving me for things that I would not want to create. And this is a really big shift I'm feeling, to see if I'm gonna fold or to see if I'm gonna stay true. And who better than to, I don't want to say use, Shelby, than to, who better than Shelby to be a part of this huge lesson for me. If it's something that I don't really care for, I mean, it's easy, right? If it's things that you just don't really care for or have too much strong emotional attachments to, then it's easier to not sway. It's easier to just, it's fine. But when it's something that carries so much significance in your life, you're bound to see if you really are gonna break, if you really are gonna shake, if you really are gonna let yourself sink into the hole of fear, or if you're gonna let yourself keep rising and rising and rising, and trust in your power and remind yourself that you are a creator. We are the ones that hold the pen in our stories. What story am I gonna create? And this is the story that I create. My girl is safe. Communication of safety and return. My girl coming back home. She will find her way back home, or someone kind will help her do so. I don't want to create any other stories. I don't want to create any other scenes. I don't want to create any other chapters. So I'm choosing to consciously create what I actually want to happen, and not feed any what ifs, not feed anything other than what I know is being true to myself. And Shelby's worthy of me keeping my energy levels balanced for her, because I know that that's the energy that's going to bring her back home too. Not if I'm worrying, not if I'm stressing out, not if I'm going crazy, wondering where she is, wondering if she's okay, wondering if this, all of these what if scenarios that are just, why would I ever want to think of her not good? And Shelby, it's like everything's energy, frequency, and vibration. Shelby is such a loving dog. Of course, she's gonna vibrate and attract law of attraction. She's gonna attract loving people. She's so cute. Of course, people are gonna want to make sure she's okay and she's taken care of if she's alone. Of course. That's what I do. I would do that. And that's why I know that also my good karma is always playing. Karma's always playing out. And I know that I have put out good karma and I will never not. I'm never gonna try to do anybody any harm. If I were to see a dog on the street, I would do the same thing. I'm always out there to lend out a hand if I can. Even if I maybe can't, I'll find a way or I'll ask somebody that can. I'm constantly reminding myself of all of this and reminding myself of what I would do in that situation. And because I know I would do it, I know that I'm putting out that energy that somebody else will too. That somebody else is also going to do that. And all of that is getting me through this. All of that is getting me through this. And trusting in Shelby herself. Trusting in Shelby herself. Trusting in our spirit guides. Trusting in our protection. I'm always constantly placing a bubble around Shelby. Bubble of protection, I call it. All the time. Always. I visualize her on her path that day, completely shielded, completely protected. I can picture her when she sees these people, her little tail wagging of excitement. And then there they go picking her up and Shelby's just like nothing. I picture Shelby like nothing right now. 2224. I picture her like nothing. Like she's on vacation. I'm just taking this as Shelby's on vacation. And she hasn't checked out yet, but she will soon. She will soon, and she'll be back here soon, and I'll be making a video with her. My girl is coming home, and I'm not gonna not think anything other than that. She's coming home. 2255, some way, somehow. I don't need to know how. I don't care how. I don't care how, and that's how we need to be when we ask. We don't need to care about how. As long as it comes, when it comes, it's fine. I'm not trying to pressure Shelby. You need to be back now. You need to be back tomorrow. I've been waking up every day and I tell my kids, her brother and her sister, if today's the day that Shelby's come back and it's meant for her to come back home, she'll be back. Otherwise, she's going to enjoy her vacation. And may it be the day 2333, may it be the day that Shelby comes home in divine timing. I can't change what is going to be. All I can do is trust. All I can do is trust that it's going to be the greatest outcome. And just to share the one last small thing, there's so much more to share, but just to share one last thing. My mom last night dreamt that Shelby was barking like crazy at the door outside and running back and forth from one of the big doors that has a window and running to the front door and just barking and barking. And she's had another scenario where somebody was handing her over to me. And same, I've played out so many different scenarios because I'm open to whatever it is. I'm open to however it is that Shelby comes home. I just feel so, it feels so amazing when you receive signs, when you're open to pay attention and you receive the signs. It feels so good. It's like receiving communication from the unknown. It's amazing. It's amazing. It's so amazing. So, I make this video for whoever it is who's also growing through something in their life right now and who also needed to hear this, needed to hear my story. It's not over yet. but needed to hear this little piece of my story, of our story, my little Shelby girl, my little Shelby, I love. That everything is always going to be okay. Just trust that, believe that, hold that faith always. Hold that faith always. Don't let your mind play tricks on you. Don't let your mind sink into the fear. Don't let your mind sink into the negative. You're powerful. And if you knew that you were powerful and that you are creating your life and you are someone that is holding this pencil or this pen and writing out your story, what would you choose to do? What would you choose to think about? What would you choose? What would you choose to write? And what would you not choose to write? Whatever you wouldn't choose to write, don't feed those thoughts. Don't feed those scenarios. Don't feed those what ifs. Whatever you do, feed it. Have a whole buffet. Bask in that energy. Because that's the energy that's going to continue to get you through, and that's the energy that's going to continue to attract it to you. Most importantly, to get you through that energy. Because I know how intense it could be, as you can see. I know. This life is a game. This life is a movie. It's up to us to choose how we're going to play the game. If we're going to let the game play us, or we're going to realize that we're the creators of the game. We're the main character. We're the directors of the game. We're the producers of the game. I don't know what goes into games, actually. I'm speaking movie terms. A movie. We're the directors, we're the writers, we're the authors, we're the publishers, we're the producers. We're everything. It's time we choose to be that. And I'm going to constantly, continuously remind myself the same. Because I know it's a constant. You got to constantly, just like when you're working out, you can't just work out one day and think you're done for the rest of your life. You got to continue working that muscle. It's the same thing with our faith. It's the same thing with it gets easier. It gets a lot easier. But then there comes these moments, 28, when you'll see if you'll remain in your balance. By merging varying points of view, you can generate an extraordinary new idea, compromise with others, and collaborate to discover a better solution. Number 14. It resonated with the balance part. So I'm off here. My eyes are so tired. I'm so tired. They're so heavy. I don't know what time it is. 0055. In alignment. 0055. In alignment. I love it. 2929. So much love. So much peace to you. Whatever it is that you're experiencing, I send you so much love and so much peace and a really big hug. A really big hug, because I know that life right now is really life-in. I know life is really life-in. And I'm here to remind you of your power. Create what you want, because you have the power to do so. This is us receiving our power again. Calling back our power, whole, healed, strong, unified, harmonious, in peace and tranquility. Whole, wholeness, wholeness.